So today we're converting analog clock times to digital times. But today we're going to be using a 24-hour clock. So we're not going to be using AM or PM anymore. AM and PM are only used on 12-hour clocks. 24-hour clocks do as they say. They go all the way up to 24 instead of splitting 24 into two equal 12s. So have a look at this conversion here. At the top it shows a 24-hour digital time. And at the bottom, it shows a 12-hour digital time. So you'll see it goes up to 12, then it stops, becomes PM, and then goes up to 12 again. Whereas a 24-hour clock goes from 0 all the way to 23. The 24th hour is 0. Okay, so let's first turn these analog clocks into 24-hour digital times. So first, let's read them. So the first one is an AM, so it tells me it's the morning. The small hand is pointing at 7. I put in my colon. The long hand is pointing at 2. Remember, every stage between numbers here with the long hand is worth 5 minutes. So if it's pointing at 2, 2 times 5 is 10. So this clock shows me 7:10 a.m. So have a look at this clock now. This is PM, so this is after midday. Now the small hand is after 9, but not a 10 yet. So I can put 9 in there and my colon. And the long hand is pointing at 4. Now 4 times 5 is 20, so that is 20 minutes. So it shows me 9:20 p.m. This clock here is also PM, it's also after midday. And the small hand is pointing at 1, so put that in there, then my colon. And the long hand is pointing at 2. Now, if we remember from the first analog clock, that is 10 minutes. If I wanted to count it, it goes from 0, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And that is 1:10 p.m. And finally, I've got another AM, another morning, and I can see that the shorthand is pointing at 12, put in my colon, and the long hand is pointing at 9. Now, 9 times 5 is 45, so that's 45 minutes. It shows 12:45 a.m. Right, now I've got to match the 24-hour digital times. Let's start with this one here, 7:10 a.m. Now, if we look at the AMs, 7 a.m. is 7 on a 12-hour clock and a 24-hour clock. So it's going to be this one here, 7:10. Just move this one out of the way. So that matches with that 24-hour digital time. Now this is a PM, so I know it's going to be higher than 12 because that's when the PM starts. Now it's 9:20, so have a look at PM. 9 p.m. is 21 hours on a 24-hour clock. So it's 12 add 9. So 21:20 is here. So 9:20 p.m. is 21:20 on a 24-hour clock. Right, this one is also PM, and it's 1 p.m. Now, if I use my conversion chart, I can see that 1 p.m. on a 24-hour clock is 13, because 12 plus 1 is 13. And there are 10 minutes. It's going to match with this digital time, and I've got this one to match lastly. And let's just work out why it says 12:45 a.m., but on 24-hour clock, it's 00:45. So remember, a new day begins after midnight, and a new day on a 24-hour clock begins 00. Another way we can look at that is, if it's between 12 and 1 a.m., we can use minus 12. So 12:45 minus 12 is 00:45. Another way you can see up here, 12 a.m. is right here. 12 a.m. is the same thing as 0 on a 24-hour clock.